Hi guys, welcome to my channel if you're new here, or welcome back to my channel if you're clicking back on my video. Thank you so much for clicking on this today. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything else. And today let's get into a scavenger hunt. So I previously have used Ellen Catherine's prompts. However, this week I'm really trying to get down my physical TBR, and so I thought, why don't we try and think up some prompts which aren't very book heavy, so I don't have to have read them. I also don't keep all of my physical books here, and so I've been like really sad missing out on the kind of scavenger hunt vibe. So I thought I'm gonna write my own, and that I did. So we're gonna use my own prompts, we're gonna whittle it down, we're gonna find one book and we are going to read it for this video. So my first prompt is random number generator, and so I counted my books. I've got 49 books on my TBR, and I put this in. Let's generate a number. We've got 11. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. So we've got I Heart Vegas. The next prompt is opposite on the colour wheel. So I will show you our colour wheel. This book is violet, and so opposite violet is yellow. Ooh, a yellow book. I mean, we've got The Bride Test, I would say is the most yellow, or Still Me, but I feel like we're gonna go with The Bride Test. Okay, so the next prompt from that is similar covers. So I feel like with that we should do Still Me, because they're very similar colours and they just give similar vibes. So from similar covers we go to the next prompt, which is same page count. This is quite a long book. So this book is, oh, I don't want to spoil anything. There's your acknowledgement. This book is 469 pages long. So how long is After You? That's only 400 pages. Olive, just over 400. Don't think the flat share's that long. Nope, under 400. Put these books back up here. 469 pages. How long is the Fool? Okay, so the Fool is 452, so I think that's going to be our closest. So after that we go to same genre. So this genre is obviously like a mystery thriller. So we're going to go from the Fool to Hidden Pictures. This book I have been dying to read, so I'm sad it's not getting picked in this video, but I am dying to read it. Then from here we're going to go to opposite genre, and I would say the opposite from like a thriller and feeling scared is a very fluffy romance. So what's going to be classed as a fluffy romance? Abby Jimenez's books, they normally have some sort of sad elements to it. What about Next of Kin is our fluffy romance. Generally Hannah Bowman Young's romances cutesy and fluffy. So then from there it's 10 spaces on the shelf. So 1 2 3 4 5 6. So we've got Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood, and then the next prompt is same author starting letter. So that's A. What can we go for? Okay, and then I didn't want to go with Abby Jimenez because I feel like it's just too easy. So I found Love from Paris, which is by Alexandra Potter, and this one is about someone running away from love, I believe, because on the back it says when new boyfriend Jack stands her up at the airport, she dries her tears and jumps on the Eurostar to Paris. So with that, opposite tropes obviously is about like everlasting love and people falling in love and staying in love. So I feel only right is I Heart Forever, because obviously this is the last book, so it's very cutesy and forever. And so then with that, it's similar cover, so we need like a bluey colour, similar colour scheme. I'm going to cheat the system a little bit because I so want to get to Divine Rivals. It's on my TBR this month. I feel like there's better matches, but out of the matches that I can see, so I've got like Coming Home, which would be a really good match. You've got Room, you've got Nine Perfect Strangers. None of them are really calling out to me, but Divine Rivals is. So I'm going to go, and I feel like the spines are very similar colours. I'm going with it. It's got two people on the cover. We're going with it. It's got silver, or this one's got gold, this one's got silver. So we're going to go with Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. So the book we'll be reading in today's video is Divine Rivals, Rebecca Ross. Hi guys, so I have an update for you. I'm sorry if you can hear my fan in the background, but if you're in the UK at the moment, then you'll know it's actually going to be impossible for me to turn it off. So I'm going to record this and hope that the fan isn't too distracting. But I have finished part 1 of Divine Rivals. Now, the physical book that I've got and the audiobook that I'm listening to are not the same, which means that reading along is quite temperamental. So I'm kind of like skim reading the book to find out roughly where I am, but not, I can't like follow along directly. However, I am enjoying it, I think, so far. I feel like I don't have a lot of context and I don't really know a lot of what it's about because of the audiobook. I don't know, I'm just not into the audiobook like I would normally be. As far as I can tell so far, you've got you've got Roman, Kit and Iris. And they both work at the same newspaper company. However, they're like enemies. And then Iris has a magic wardrobe in her room which she's been leaving letters under, and they disappear and she doesn't know where they're going, but she's writing them to her brother. And yet, as a reader, you know who they go to, and seeing that kind of back and forth. So I've just finished part 1 where a big event's happened, and then she has now changed like the path of her life, and so part 2 is going to be like that big change. So I'm really interested to get into that. Like I say, I am enjoying it so far, but it's not one which I'm gripped by, so I'm excited to see how it continues, and if it continues on this trajectory, what I'll end up rating it. But I've heard that if you're a romance reader, book 1 is very romance heavy, whereas book 2 is very war heavy. So I'm unsure where her life's going to take her now, if it's not into the war, and like what that would look like. But yeah, I will get back to you when I've got a few more thoughts and I've read part 2. Okay, so I have a part 2 update for you. So I've just finished part 2 of Divine Rivals, and to be honest, I am kind of speed listening to this today because this video is due to go out on Sunday. When it's due to go out, I will be on a plane. It is currently the Friday of my trip, and I fly home on Sunday. So I'm trying to get through this today to give me a day then to edit and get things sorted. I'm enjoying it. I don't think I'm loving it. It's not necessarily living up to the hype. I feel like the ending will determine whether I have to carry on to part 2 or to book 2. At the moment, I'm not dying to get to book 2. It's not necessarily a book that I have to get to straight away, but I do like kind of the 2 main characters. I think I fell asleep a little bit because I've been listening to it out on sunbed. I think I fell asleep a little bit during one of the sections because I'm a bit confused how the male main character is with the female main character, but I have got that she still doesn't know everything yet. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's nothing I would write home about as such. It's not one that I'm like, oh, everyone has to read, but I'm not a fantasy reader, so I feel like that is why. And this is not fantasy heavy, but like the romance hasn't got me either. So I'm gonna continue to listen on, and like I say, if the ending doesn't grip me, then I might DNF the series and not read book 2, but we shall see. Hi guys, we are back in the same spot, but I thought I would give you my final thoughts on Divine Rivals because I actually finished it the other day, and this video goes out tomorrow and I need to edit it because when it goes out, I'm on a plane. So, fingers crossed. If it's late, you know why. But I ended up giving Divine Rivals a 3 stars. I'm slumping. I'm slumping so bad, it hurts. Like, I'm on holiday, and on my holiday I was like, I'm gonna read like 3 or 4 books, I'm gonna keep going. And even before then, I've been reading loads and loads and loads, but I haven't. I've been reading nothing. I'm slumping so hard. I got distracted. Everyone's trying to get ready to leave around me and it's not going well. But yeah, I'm slumping hard. I've not read a lot of books this month. I've not even wanted to pick up audiobooks. I've been just struggling with it. And like I say, even on holiday. So I did finally get through Divine Rivals. Now, I didn't feel the romance. I didn't feel the plot. I've been very tired on this holiday, so I found myself falling asleep. I slept through some of it, I think. I just wasn't vibing. So I ended up giving it a 3 stars. I'm undecided as to whether I will move on to book 2. I should be getting it on audiobook soon, so I might do, but I've heard people say kind of like book 1 was actually really, really good and book 2 wasn't as great. So it's kind of not inspiring me to pick up book 2, but if I get the audiobook and I've got space kind of in my day to listen to it, I might do. It wasn't the worst thing in the world, it wasn't the best thing in the world. I'm not a fantasy reader either. A lot of people have recommended this for the romance and I just didn't feel that either. So take with that what you will. Not for me. But yeah, it wasn't for me 100%, but if you're a fantasy reader, I'm sure it would be really, really good. But like I say, I'm slumping hard. So we shall see, we shall see. I've got to outro the video. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry this video kind of wasn't as enthusiastic as some of the others have been recently. I'm just, like I've said many times, I'm in a slump and it's not good. So we shall see how July goes. But I will speak to you guys again soon. Thank you so much for watching the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, everything that you guys are so amazing at. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.